but I'm frightened of dogs and in need of a manual. I've often drawn Rufus to understand better, but I don't share the bond he and my partner Alex have together. Now, you might think I'm silly and I'm being pedantic, but sharing bed sheets with Rufus, well, it's hardly romantic. Bubbles, bubbles, doggy troubles, Rufus all soaking, I'm not having a laugh. It's my jumper Alex uses to dry him after his bath. He knows me too well when he's licking his lips. I'm under his spell and I give him my chips. Be jealousy free, come out of the fog. Don't play second fiddle when it comes to a dog. You can joke with your partner, it's the doggy or me. But when they stumble to answer, it's a marriage of three. 2 weeks ago, I enter a fancy dress shop in my black Adidas trainers and green hoodie top. I say to the assistant, I'm looking for a dog suit that will fully camouflage me. Why, certainly, sir. What size? She replies. I answer, oh, size extra large me. She shows me their full range of their man-sized dog suit selection. Only Welsh Springer Spaniel, I say, in my quest for perfection. Here is a picture. I need an exact copy. Big brown puppy dog eyes, please, and ears furry and floppy. You are in luck, says the assistant. One in stock just for you. Only £200. Credit card or PayPal will do. No tumble drying allowed. Hand wash at 30 degrees. And if his tail fails to wag properly, give this button a squeeze. But what if the zip on the back breaks me getting hotter and hotter? I'll be deep fat fried from inside like I'm brie or a cotter. So I take off my clothes, I slip inside and zip up. But not before too long, I'm getting hot from being inside this pup. Where's a decent dog suit when you need it?
She's going for the £500 one.
Yeah, do everything on the cheap, mate.
Yeah.
Oh!
Just hold it in front. Yeah.
Not much ventilation inside this rather snug fit. Just a hole where his nose goes and where his eyes are a slit. Lesson 1, dog position. Walk around on all fours. Lesson 2, play with tennis ball, not with hands but with paws. Having completed this training, I make my way to the park. I feel a great sense of achievement when I give my first bark. Oh, mummy, can I stroke him? This child persistently begs. If he tries, I'll piss up his legs. I steal the boy's ice cream. He starts shouting, Oi, you! I find a hole in my dog suit and pee all over his shoe. Back home at my costume, my dog self back in its box, I hide it deep in my drawer underneath all my socks. Later, Alex comes home and asks me what kind of day I have had. I reply like I do always, oh, the usual, not bad. See, role-playing dog suits is a whole kind of weird, me dressing up as Rufus, a dog with a beard. But I would never say to Alex it's Rufus or Lee, because it's, at the end of the day, me, Alex and Rufus and a nice cup of tea. But there's a beast in me, it's lurking, it don't make any sense. He comes out when I least expect it, he's watching through the fence. The beast brings out this side of me that likes to cause offence. Tried hard to beat him out of me, but the beast is too intense. There's a beast in me, he's lurking, his beat is so immense. Tried hard to make amends with him, but I cannot recompense. There's a beast in me, it's lurking, I like he don't make sense. When I think I put his beats to bed, nah, the beast is present tense. Beware, beware, there's a killer out there. Beware, beware, there's a killer out there. Beware, beware, there's a killer out there. And his name is Rufus. The public are advised to stay well clear of a dog wanted in connection with a murder last year. His name is Rufus. He's gone on the run. He's age 7 in dog years and height 2'1". He wears a brown coat with patches of grey. Have you seen Rufus? Call 99 right away. I'm Rufus, you can't catch me. I'm Rufus, you can't catch me. What if I dressed up as Rufus, complete with dog collar, and speak doggy voice and star in a horror? Everyone to the slaughter, beware of his paws. Deep in the water, Rufus is Jaws. Less midsummer murders, more Hitchcock thriller. Who controls who? Who is the killer? Is it all fiction, this whodunit of mine? Or is there some truth in who does the crime? He's got murder in mind, look at his eyes. They might be all sweetness, but they're sugar and lies. Delicious, delicious, doggy delicious. But sweet baby Rufus can sometimes be vicious. He's one of the family, he's man's best friend. But in the dark of his kennel, he's plotting your end. This might sound dramatic, can this get any absurder? But that bone that you give him is his weapon of murder. Not death by the ways you read in crime fiction, but the kind the most gruesome by doggy infliction. 11:01 on CCTV. A car was caught speeding down the A23. A witness told police, although seen from afar, they spotted a dog at the wheel of a car. 11:56 in a sleepy cul-de-sac. Rufus parks outside 16 and he sneaks round the back. 12:04 a.m, barking and screaming. That's Rufus, he's got a gun, claims a neighbour. But I could have been dreaming. All of a sudden, in the dead of night, screams of Rufus, have mercy, gave me one hell of a fright. With my torch and my golf club, I entered next door, shivering with terror from the full horror in store, overcome by the sting of that sinking feeling when you see someone's blood dripping down from the up above ceiling. Upstairs in the bathroom, stone cold in the shower, lay a body in its final hour, drowning in blood in its own red liquor. Who could do such a thing? Who could get any sicker? It's clear who's the killer, just look on the floor. Trace of brown dog hair and the print of a paw. A dog is not just for Christmas, but for life is the measure. He's going to get life for sure, behind bars, at His Majesty's pleasure. R for revenge, U for unkind, F for fanatic, U underlined, S is the sentence. Rufus has started, serving for murdering the dearly departed. Those capital letters together, what do you get? R-U-F-U-S spells Rufus. Are your palms starting to sweat? Woo! Dear Rufus, Da Vinci drew the body to help him understand. I too have learnt about you using pencils in my hand. It's been 5 years since I first drew you, many lessons been learned. Drawing helps overcome my dog fear, the tables have turned. It's okay, Rufus, you can have them. You can take all my chips and my pizza, take it all. Can I get you some dips? Take my jumper when it's freezing. I promise not to quiver. Don't worry, for you, my little dog friend. Go ahead, let me shiver. I'm sorry, beg your pardon. I won't complain at your poo. You can poo-pee in my garden. Its smell reminds me of you. And when I wake up in the morning and you've done a little wee all over our expensive carpet, it will be a sight I like to see. Leave your hair on my new sofa. I won't wash it out for days. Finding hair all the way over. I don't care how long it stays. And at my Christmas dinner table, all the guests hungry for food. Rufus, you can jump up and eat all the turkey. I won't shout out something rude. But remember, my little dog love, however difficult this sounds, you still can't jump up onto our bed in the middle of the night, wake me up, lick me all over, lie down between me and Alex, go to sleep and snore. My little dog mews. Our bed is strictly out of bounds. Lee. P.S. Rufus. P.S. Rufus. Remember, Rufus, when the world throws me a curveball, you're my trusted, loyal friend, always there to reassure me, providing comfort in the end. Beneath the surface of my poems, lying underneath the joke, there's love in every drawing, in every line, in every stroke. How do I draw Rufus? Many folk ask. Is it a labour of love or a Sunday gentle afternoon task? How do I capture his big puppy dog eyes? What's the secret? Well, folks, there's no big surprise. 19 pencils and rubber and sharpener will do. Some sheer perseverance and a beer, maybe 2. 19 pencils, 1 for each graphite hardness degree. Let's start off with 14, 12 and 10, and not forgetting 8B. 14 and 12 for his dark coat and wet soggy nose. For his big puppy dog eyes, 10B and 8B I chose. They are the trickiest part of Rufus to draw. But you'll know when you've drawn him correctly, you'll know when for sure, when they stare back at you, and only that stage, when they follow you around, leap off the page. To draw his head at an angle just shy of 18 degrees, use a protractor and employ those 6, 5 and 4Bs. His eyes, if drawn correctly, will command you part with your food. Rufus wants all your chips, whether whole or part chewed. Be strong, fellow draftsman. He will take and take. Don't let anyone catching you feeding him. It's a drawing, for God's sake. But feeding a drawing, if Rufus properly portrayed, is a mistake unavoidable, so easily made. For his spotty dog coat requiring medium shading, 3B and be good for blending and fading. After a night asleep on his blanket, 2B for small deposits of poo, HB for stay wee or a shade lighter will do. Now, we come to the H range in our instruments of lead. F, H, 2H, 3H, ideal for that quiff of hair on top of his head. I hope you're all paying attention to this because I'll be handing out pencils and paper in a minute. I expect you to be doing some drawings. Not really, not that cruel. Lastly, 4H, 5H and 6H for hairs of his underbelly is where he likes the most tickles but can be a bit smelly. And so there you have it. How to draw Rufus, a step-by-step guide. Follow my instructions and there will be Rufus, almost in flesh by your side. P.S. Yeah, so I've been drawing Rufus now for 5 years, and at first the picture on the cover was the very, very first one I'd done. I could always draw people, but I could never draw animals. So when I did that one, and it had a bit of a likeness to Rufus, I was quite proud of myself. P.S. Yes, you might want to draw him in photorealist perfection, but I draw what he makes me feel inside my gut, that intimate connection. Tension in lines ripped and torn, embody our play fights where battle lines drawn. Today, November the 29th, 2024. And it is the postscriptum, the PS, fellow draftsman, that can often outweigh everything wrote before it. It holds what we mean to say. Spare a thought for your dear mum and her poor old legs. Isn't it shocking how much Sainsbury's have put up the price of their eggs? P.S. Lee, I love how you have captured Rufus's dark, pensive look. That one in his basket must have took you ages. A couple of hours it took. Half reading the above message on Facebook that Mum last November sent to me, never imagined how important that postscriptum would be when Mum passed away only a couple of days after, on November the 29th, 2023. Who knew a postscriptum could contain as much sadness as laughter. If there is one thing I hope that my poems have taught is that the often lowly footnote or raft of sudden side thought, as embodied in the postscriptum, can often hold the most weight. Be confident, say it now, before it's too late. Woo. And so, When the world throws me a curveball, you're my trusted loyal friend, always there to reassure me, providing comfort in the end. Beneath the surface of my poems, lying underneath the joke, there's love in every drawing, in every line, in every stroke. And now for the big reveal. Wearing new trainers and I tread in his shit, I should always remember we only dog sit. Rufus is not actually our dog, me and Alex have him on loan. Rufus is Alex's manager's dog. What if we had a dog of our own? Rufus comes a few hours, sometimes a few days. His hair over our sofa when he overnight stays. He returns back to normal, to his well-behaved self, when owners collect him, Patty and Ralph. Rufus gone home, clean where he's pooed. The flat's lonely without him. Miss you, Rufus, the mood. Drive past his house in Alex's car. Hope Rufus can hear us whistle from that far. Mum, I hope you can hear me from this